Welcome back to Keys Prop Hunt. On today, we'll be looking for some props that we can hit on. Let's get into it. So starting out here, let's filter to the left-hand side. Yesterday, we had a couple home runs. Dominic Smith ended up doing it in Atlanta, along with Olsen. We didn't necessarily choose. I thought Baldwin was due there, but didn't get it done. And then Salvi Perez got it done in Colorado against Feltner. That was yesterday. Let's get into today. So we got Scherzer at home versus St. Louis. He looked okay against Washington. I expected him to get shelled there. You got Libator, Kelly at Cleveland. Should see a bunch of lefties there. Keller at Cincinnati. Sheehan versus Boston. And then Rhea versus the Yankees. I'll start out here looking at Scherzer. As I mentioned, he did pitch. He went 2 2/3. Thought he went longer than that. Really struggles with the left-hand side. So for the most part, he's throwing his four-seamer. Has the changeup, 21% there. The curveball, 16%. Then you got the slider with 12% there. What it is getting hit. Not much missing bats here for him. So we'll focus on this four-seamer that he's throwing, in which Weatherholt, Nootbaar, and Burleson look good there. For the most part, he's landing in the middle of the zone, so he's getting in trouble there. 2 home runs, right there, 8.1%, 377 up there. I hate picking the middle of the zone because, like, how often are you going to make a mistake there? So I want to say, let's grab these two. And if he makes a mistake in the middle of the zone, like, obviously we'd like that, but let's put them all in the same sample size. Do like the zone contact for Burleson there. Weatherhall looks good. Don't like the K for Nootbaar. Must be taking called strikes. He's not whiffing very much. So that's the four-seamer. Is giving up power there for sure. Change up not so much, but it's not getting whiffs. So we can look at it. Burleson looks good there. Outside of him, no. He's barely ever using this. But let's grab these two. Okay, Church and Burleson. Landing outside of the zone a lot, so I want to see if they're chasing that or not. So 56% swing for Burleson, 40% for Weatherholt. Burleson is making contact when he does swing, though. Would rather him not be swinging, but if he is, he's not whiffing. And look at this curveball. Not much of a sample size, so I'll expand it. Which Burleson looks good. I'll probably say Burleson here for a hit against Scherzer. And we can look power. Which this four-seamer's getting hit. Slider. We look at the slider from, no, we looked at the curveball. My bad. Let's go full year. So they look okay against the slider. So we may use that a lot. Let me see if this is where they're chasing at. Okay. Oh, let me expand that. 56% swing for Burleson there. Okay. And in the zone, he's getting hurt here. Okay, looks okay. There. One home run there for Church this year off that slider in that zone. Outside of that, one extra base hit for Burleson. Barely throwing that cutter, so I'm not going to look too much into that. And he's landing in the middle zone, so we got to take a look there, which Burleson has a homer. Outside of that, how many home runs? He has 3, and then so these, basically those 2 zones. Weather Hall has 3 there, his last 10. 4 extra base hits for Newbar. I'd probably stick Burleson there for a hit. You can go power with him though. Scherzer went 2 2/3. 12 home runs against this pitch mix for Burleson. So possibly him there for a homer. And then I will look right side because he does give up some power to righties, 13% barrel. More so Walker I'm looking for here. 1 homer against this slider, which has a fly ball 36%, hard hit rate 36%. So he's really landing in the middle of the zone again, which Walker has won this year, 7 events. Walker still hasn't hit one since the All-Star break, I don't think. So I'm not going to go too deep into this because St. Louis offense is really not good at all. However, Walker is someone that could do it there against Scherzer. Still looking at the left-hand side. We can look at Kelly versus Cleveland. So really getting swing and miss on this changeup. Take this off. Okay. Let's go see who's chasing. 53% for Quan there. Swing wise, Delauder 31%. I do like that. 43% for Jose. And then when he lands in the zone, which is not getting hit much, so but I do want to see if they can make contact with this. So Quan doesn't look bad there. Let me get them all in the same sample size. So Quan and Martinez look pretty good there. And this 4-seamer is really getting hit. Jose, Bazana, Rocchio, Quan, Delauder looks mid there. Look for him in the zone. So 4 homers on this 4-seamer in these zones. So Quan 405, Manzaro 416, Woba. Manzaro maybe just someone for a power play here. I feel like do like the zone contact there for Quan. Home run wise, Manzardo does look good. What did I say? 4. Oh, all 4 of those. Oh, never mind. Yeah, he has 8. So he has somewhere else. 3 just in this zone here. Which DeLauder has 1. Ramirez, Quan, and Bailey. I say I go Quan there for a hit to keep it going for him. I also don't mind Manzardo here for a homer against Kelly. He has looked better as of late, though. Just blanked Pittsburgh. The Athletics really aren't good right now. But outside of that, he's given up a homer in 4 out of 5. Um, so I think he can here too. We'll look at this cutter real quick. So 2 there. Where's the other 2? 1. Manzardo with a homer there too. Y'all stick with what I said with Manzardo there. Okay, you got Keller at Cincinnati. So 5 1/3 against Arizona. Blanked the Yankees, so that was a good game there for him. Atlanta got to him. Washington got to him for 5. And since he put 3 on him in June, into June there. Let's look at hits first off. So it's 4-seamer, changeup, curveball, sinker. Throwing that 4-seamer a lot. The curveball is what he gets swing and miss on. So the swing rates aren't bad there. They're obviously not doing anything there, but I like that they're not swinging that much there for a chase pitch. So that's the curve. And then basically all this is getting hit. I will look at this sinker first. Basically all these zones he's getting hit in. Let's get them all on the same sample size. Okay, not bad. So that's the sinker there. And then, oh, let me turn this off. And then he's barely throwing this cutter. So I'll go change up here. Go full season. I do like what Eli's doing there. 405 on the year for him. Top 3 is there. I don't mind going to Eli here for a hit. The 4-seamer, he's not really missing bats either, but it's not getting hit for power. 3 homers in those zones for De La Cruz and 4 for Blade. De La Cruz is the one out of them that I feel like is due here. I do like him for a hit. Home run wise, it looks like this. The estimated WOBA isn't there for the 4-seamer, but it is getting hit hard, and the fly ball is there. Not much on this changeup. Let's grab the zones he's struggling in. O'Day, 3 homers. And then let's grab the pitches he's struggling in. Oh, I didn't even see this sweeper. I just miss it. Oh, that's all. Yeah, he's barely using that, but it is getting hit. So 6 of his homers are here. And Blade has a homer against the sweeper and the cutter there where he's getting in trouble. So over half of his home runs there are in those 2 zones. So I'd say you can go Blade there for a homer. I do feel like De La Cruz is due for a homer. There, I'm pretty sure they've seen Keller before. So I don't mind him for a homer there either. Rhea versus the Yankees. Rocker at Houston. We'll look into that. So it's only a couple lefties on Houston, but we'll look into this. So the slider, which is what he's getting whiff on, for the most part down here. It's the whiff, 68%, 42%. We don't like that 68% swing there for Alvarez. He's definitely chasing it for sure. Take this off. So Alvarez is chasing that slider a bit. The sinker, not missing bats, 575. Woba there, 389. Batting average for Alvarez, 538. Woba, 97% zone contact. Let's see where he's struggling. Basically everywhere. He's laying in the middle of the zone a lot. That's the sinker. Attack this cutter. Straight across. 400 there for Alvarez. 200 when you expand it though. 1 extra base hit. I think that Houston can get to Rocker. They've been hitting well as of late. And I don't expect it to stop. I like Alvarez for a hit here. The power is there as well, especially with the sinker. 536 estimated Woba with the sinker. 4 homers on the year for Alvarez, 1 for Trammell. I'm not sure if Trammell's going to be in the lineup, but like if you want an alternative outside of paying chalk price for Alvarez here, Trammell is in play for a homer too. I think he can hit that 4-seamer, 5 homers on the year for him. He's just in and out of the lineup a lot. but the estimated WOBA is there for him too, 483. But I do like Alvarez here. And maybe if from the hit side of things, we can look homers. So we went over Scherzer. Libertor, I'm not really going to attack him lefty on lefty. Kelly, we looked at. Cole can give it up, but the wind, it's like a 60-mile-per-hour wind in Chicago today blowing in. So I feel like that's going to suppress home runs a little bit there. So I just may stay away from that one. Sheehan, I mean, it'd be a Brayu maybe there. Um, Brayu, I mean, he homered the other night, but outside of that, he hadn't been really doing anything much at all. A name that I said the other night that didn't was Dern. So we can look into him real quick. So nothing there. Yeah, nothing really there. 2 extra base hits for Durham. Fly balls not there. He's giving up 2 home runs in the middle of the plate, which we can look at. If he can make a mistake, obviously he's done it a couple times. Nothing there for Dern. Where's his home runs at? 1 here, 1 there, 2, 1. Gotta be up here. Yeah. You're really chasing if you go up there, though. Honestly. Maybe Cole here from the left-hand side. I will say Dern, someone that I mentioned the other day. I feel like I've seen him get a couple hits now in this road trip for Boston. Yeah, maybe cool there. Right side, I don't know if Contreras is gonna play today. Um, but outside of Contreras, Raffaello went crazy yesterday, 2 home runs. So he's been playing pretty well. I wouldn't mind him here for a homer. I mean, you're gonna see a 4-seamer, you're gonna see a slider, pretty much, and a curveball and changeup here and there. Um, was this the 4-seamer? Montesero has been good too for them. Came over from the Brewers, I believe. Really, here he's just landing in the middle of the plate. So homer there for Narvaez. Two for Durbin, 1 for Contreras. Yeah, Contreras went out the other day. I believe he got hit in the head. So I'm not sure his return. So I don't want to just put him out there for that. Um, that's the 4-seamer. Let me look at this slider, see if anybody's doing anything against this. So Rafaela can hit the slider, it looks like. And the Dodgers just got Scoobo, so this is more than likely. I feel like he's coming to a close on starts. More than likely going to go to the bullpen. May trade him, but it's 2 homers here for Rafael in last 10. The slider landing in the middle of the plate. Do like Contreras though. I will say if Contreras is back, I feel like he's in play for a homer here. But I said you had to ride the hot hand on Rafaela for a homer there. He's batting for average too, so I like that as well. And then Bradley, he could get into some trouble in Seattle. There's some, like, batting average wise, it's not lefties, but power wise, yes. 12 homers given up on the year to him. Pitched well against Kansas City. Cleveland, he pitched well. These both bad offenses, honestly. The Cubs got to him. Pitched well. I mean, he's been pitching well, but I feel like he can give it up here. Some dangerous lefties in this lineup. And it's the four-seamer, which we can look at that. Canzone, 5 homers on the year against it. They all have quite a few, so they can hit this four-seamer, see where he's landing. So really all over. Top 3 zones are here. See where it's red. How many homers? 5? Guess we can go these 2 here. 3 homers on the year for Canzone there. I'll put them all in the same sample size. So I do like that for Canzone. Young has 1 there. Emerson has 1. That's the four-seamer. And then this cutter's getting hit too. I know the estimated WOBA's was not there, but 52% fly ball. Maybe pop-ups though, but he is giving up homers there. So clearly, like, it can get hit. Let's go there first. So 3 homers there for Raleigh. Let me see when these were. It's a long time ago, actually, 2025. Okay. And he's laying in the middle of the zone too. 2 homers there for Canzone. Let me turn this off to see if when these were. So Canzone and Riley have got to 1 this year. Okay. I mean, we can look at this curveball. He's 591 estimated WOPA, so it's definitely getting hit. He's barely throwing this in the zone. People are going down and reaching for that. Maybe cool on that one. Honestly, it's more so them chasing it and making contact with it at the bottom of the zone. I say I like Canzone here for a homer. 24 extra base hits against this pitch mix, 11 homers. And then I said him the other day being Cal Raleigh. I believe, like, at some point he has to turn the corner for Seattle to do anything. A great place to do it, is at home against Bradley, who gives up a bunch of homers. I've seen Raleigh went deep against the Rangers in the last series. So showing signs of life, and then I think I saw him double either yesterday or the day before against Minnesota. So I think he can do it here against Bradley for a homer. Power-wise, I think that may be it there. Scherzer, we already looked at. We can look at Freeland. Took Salvi yesterday. So can be him again. Lane Thomas did just get traded to Atlanta, so can't go with him. This just hasn't updated yet. But Salvi's still there. Is having a great season. 2 homers against his four-seamer. How many homers? He's giving up 9 to this four-seamer. See where he's getting hurt. So top of the zone, really this zone. 1200. And then we can look these two. So nothing there for sub. Only 617 estimated WOBA there though. 102.98. This should have been about out against Kikuchi. I do like the exit velocity there. I'm not sure who Mally is. And this knuckle curve, yeah, I doubt they've seen this much. Yeah, nothing really. So he gets in trouble with that four-seamer. As you can see, we can look cutter though, real quick. I've seen that cutter twice. I see hit anything. No, that was Isaac Collins. Marte has some homers there. I haven't seen him in a while though. Collins 2 homers there. Their offense is hard to trust, but I'd say just ride Salvi there. You can go hit. Home run doesn't look bad either at all. He's been good, as of late, and um, he has a couple extra base hits in this road stand for Kansas City, so I don't mind Salvi there for a homer too. I'm still looking at home run per 9. K does keep the ball on the ground, but still has given up 12 homers to righties. Let's go this way. So the four-seamer's getting hit, the changeup not so much. You can look, he's landing outside of the zone. He's getting some whiff there, not really. He's getting more so on chase. Okay. That's the changeup. Not really looking for them to hit it there, just as far as their swing rate. In the zone for the day, looks good here. Platoon bat there. 2 home runs against it. This four-seamer, which Caminero looks pretty good against. These 3 are his top zones. Getting hurt at the bottom of the zone. $269. I'd say we have to go those. We can go these 3. It's not landing there much though. 250 for Yandy. Let's go where he's landing. 500 for Caminero. 333 for Yandy. You like the zone contact for Yandy. Without going too deep into this, Yandy's someone I trust at home to get a hit here. What's this? This sweeper, you don't really see much from a lefty to a righty. So I'm not sure how much they have seen this year. Yeah, not much. And then his ground ball, fly ball is great. On this four-seamer, he does allow it to be lifted. So we can look here. But you got 2 for Cameronero, 3 for Yandy on the year, 1 for Villa Day. I'm looking, where is he getting with the home runs? 4 up and left, up and right. I feel like it's probably easier for you to extend to get up and right. If it's up and left, you're gonna have to be able to turn on that. And which Junior has, I feel like you're not gonna see that much up there. And Yandy has. I say, I mean, if you're looking to go Caminero, you can. They're gonna have him at chalk price. However, outside of him, I'm gonna say I like Yandy for a hit here, but I also like him for a homer against K. Then Liberatore at Toronto. Got shelled against the Cubs, shelled against the Angels. Did well against Atlanta. Cubs got to him again, and then did well against Atlanta at Atlanta. So for some reason, he got Atlanta's number for sure. So let's look at hits. So it's this curveball and this slider that he's getting swing and miss on, in which Springer and Clement look pretty good there. We'll look on the year too, in which they look great. Vlad looks good there. And then this four-seamer, which is getting hit, 369 estimated WOBA. Kamamoto looks good. Vlad looks good. Springer does not look the best there. Clement looks mid. And he's really getting in trouble. Top of the zone there. That four-seamer, Vlad looks the best there. Has a homer too. He hasn't homered in Toronto, which is crazy. All right, this changeup. Which Springer looks good there. Clement looks mid. Vlad looks mid. Springer looked great there. Vlad looks good too. I'm not going to do that sinker. Not much there on that. I'd say I like Vlad here for a hit against Liberatore. Clement didn't necessarily look good there as like I was looking at that, but he's normally someone that you can trust with a hit here. I feel like they get to Liberatore. They got most part of their lineup is righties. And so I feel like the top of that lineup, you can go Vlad, you can go Springer, Clement. Kamamoto is more so on the power side, so we can look at home runs. And then Kirk maybe there for a hit too. And then home run wise, it looks like this curveballs are getting hit. About everything he's giving up fly ball on. The four-seamer too, 5 homers. We can go these two. Man's about the only one with a homer there. So that's the curveball. See, overall, Springer has one against it. Springer's been hitting since the All-Star break, for sure. I think we looked at these two when we're looking at hits, in which Vlad has a homer there, 3 extra base hits for Kirk. Um, I honestly feel like at some point Vlad's gonna hit one in Toronto. Levitor's a great pitcher to do it against. He has a homer against his four-seamer in the zones that we're looking for. Didn't against the curveball, but the estimated wobble was there, the fly ball was there, the hard hit rate was there. So possibly Vlad for a homer. If they don't have Vlad at chalk price, I say he's good to go for a homer here. And then outside of Vlad, I would say Springer here. He's been hot as of late too. We looked at Kelly. Jump could get in trouble there. I got shelled against the Cubs. Oh, never mind. I did an update. My bad. Pitched well against Boston. Sorry. Arizona shelled him. Washington shelled him. White Sox didn't really do much there. Miami shelled him. I did mention last week that I felt like he was getting unlucky a little bit. And so Tigers haven't been great against left-handed pitching. I will say that much. So I may just look here on the home run side. This four-seamer is for sure getting hit. Which they do have some righties in that lineup that should be able to get to lefties, to be honest. We'll say that. The Corson sold it yesterday. I thought he was going to do it yesterday. Who ended up doing it? Torres. Yeah, Torres ended up doing it yesterday. Boz is someone that they just got back that hits left-handed pitching, though. I will say that for sure. Like, now that I'm looking at this, almost forgot about him. Yeah, he's definitely maybe Boz here, honestly. It was these two. Which he has one there. Slider, really nothing there. I guess this change up. Nothing really there for any of them. Barely throws this. And barely ever in the zone. only 4 pitches here. Yeah. I'll say I think to Corlson is due out of them that has been hitting for power that hasn't, that's in this small ballpark. But I will say Boz is someone that hits left-handed pitching for them, 292 there, 338. That could do it also for a homer against Jump. Got a couple here. I mean, Lugo could get in trouble in Colorado. Goodman just hit 2 yesterday. So he could possibly go there again. Outside of him, it's, really, I mean, from the left side, it's Moniak. Lambert, you do have some dangerous righties in this Texas lineup. More so Berger and Langford. It's Berger, Duran, Langford against this pitch mix. More so this four-seamer, which Berger looks pretty good. The estimated WOBA doesn't agree, but 40% fly ball, 70% hard hit rate on 10 events for Berger. Duran's hitting it too, 60% hard hit rate, 30% fly ball, 3 extra base hits. So nothing there, but extra base hit for Berger. I do like the estimated WOBA too. Yeah, I'll say Berger here. Possibly for a homer against Lambert. Struggles with righties. Duran didn't look bad there either. I'm pretty sure he's a righty in that lineup. I don't think he's platooned either. So yeah, possibly Duran there to get a homer against Lambert. We looked at Sheehan. Pretty cool on Minnesota's offense without Buxton. Cole, I mentioned there, he's in Chicago. The wind is blowing in crazy. Could suppress home runs. Hit wise, I would probably lean from the right side Horner here. Bregman's been hitting pretty well. Doesn't look good against the pitch mix for Horner there, I will say. So let's attack this slider, throwing at 28%, in which Horner does look good there. It's really not getting hit for power, honestly. Let's go any of those zones. Horner looks good. Suzuki looks good. Suzuki probably has a homer here, I would assume. Yeah. That's the slider. And he's throwing his four seamer 48% of the time, so I gotta look here. In which that's what Horner's struggling with. So he's going down here for the most part. Let's look out of those. Let's go here and here. Same place. Horner's not hitting it, but he's also not striking out. I'd say I trust Horner there for a hit. Cole, he looked good against the White Sox, and then went 7 against Pitt, and then gave up 2 homers there though. And then the Dodgers, he pitched well to that homer to Muncy. But the wind's gonna be a factor here, so if you want to stay away from the game, I understand that too. But I think that's it. I mean, we covered the home runs aspect of it. Scherzer, Freeland, Rhea, that Chicago game. Cleveland, I mean, Arizona righties, I don't really necessarily trust. Lugo, like I said, Goodman. Um, Kelly, we looked at the left-hand side rather than the right. Lambert, Sheehan, Liberatore, K, Jax. Okay with that game too. Yeah, I think that's it. And left side, let me check again real quick. Scherzer, Kelly, yeah, we covered them. Didn't Burns against Pittsburgh. He could give it up. It's a lot of lefties in that lineup. I think they had Lau at chalk price there. There are some lefties in this Arizona lineup that could give Williams some trouble there. The home run fly ball, not home run, but the home run per nine is lower to lefties than it is the righties for him. But yeah, I'll call it. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. As always, if you have any questions with the platform, please let me know. If you can, like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day. See you guys.